Most people are scared when they get the bleeding because most of our African parents, when you go to tell your mom, Mom, I've seen my periods, you know the first thing they tell you? You can get now pregnant. Stay away from boys.
How will I get pregnant? That is the question.
You don't know.
The easiest way they find to tell us is to scare us around. Don't do this. When you touch fire, you'll be burned. They can't really sit you down and start explaining. They're ashamed. They're like, how am I going to talk to my kid that when you do this and this and this? So
I'm telling you, in primary, I couldn't even sit with a boy. Even when I'm not in periods, because I know that thing they told me, stay away from boys.
And that is traumatizing.
Yeah.
it is.
Mentally,
Very traumatizing.
mentally, physically.
They don't teach you the experience. You got your period, okay? I've got my period. What's next? Hello, guys. Welcome to the Voice of the Stain podcast. This is your girl Mubalama Grace, and this podcast was empowered by Real Phonics. And today I'm here with some beautiful ladies. I'm gonna hand it over to them to introduce themselves.
Hello, this is Natalie Lumande, and as introduced, we're going to talk about menstruation, period, all about it.
I'm Natalie Mulegwa, and among the activists of today, I'm going to talk about you, adolescent girls.
Hello, lovelies, and this is your girl Sumi, and we shall be talking about adolescent girls and sustain. Our today's theme is Rise Your Head Above the Stain. I'm just going to give you a brief definition of what we're talking about today. What is menstruation? As per my understanding, I feel like menstruation, these are natural monthly experiences that women or girls got through. What do you think, ladies?
I think if you're to explain it to a young girl, this is a natural thing that God created in a woman. Like, it's a monthly bleeding. It's when you bleed every month, which means you are ready. You are a woman. You are ready to carry a baby. And when you see blood, it means you're ready to have a baby.
Well, actually, it's not everyone who gets the bleeding that gets a baby, but
Really?
it shows that you have matured. You're now a lady, a woman. You have to experience things that women experience.
You see, it's a cycle that every girl
Yeah.
and a woman goes through of age.
Some people in some cultures, they will tell you are dirty, you are unclean.
Actually,
can't
it's
be in
not
public.
unclean. It's not unclean because you're cleaning yourself.
But
They should say it's cleaning yourself.
They should say that,
Yeah.
but what it's contrary in our societies today.
Yeah,
They consider you as unclean, you can't be in public.
That's where you find even young girls in the communities and societies. The words that they hear from the elders, it's what they take to mind, and they will be ashamed to share their experience.
And not sharing their experience also makes others, the new ones, not to know how to deal with it.
I think it's time for people to recognize the impact of emotional part of it, and maybe to organize something like this, a safe place to talk about it, because it's not something shameful. Come on, it's something that we should be bold to talk about it, because it's our life experience. That's what we go through as a young girl who can be there outside, but don't be ashamed. Come out. You are in cramps. You know, all of us, they taught us how to put the pad in your nika, but they can't talk about the pain, the cramps, the everything. Our parents are afraid of doing that.
That's true. And you find sometimes even our parents cannot teach us how to put on a pad. Like me, it's not my parents who taught me. It's not. It's just knowledge that I gathered from my friends.
Can you
I
imagine?
had a fellow friend, I was in primary 5. I had a fellow friend who went through menstruation. So she stood up one day in class and I saw the stain. And I asked her, what's that? She said it's the menstruation, because she was kind of older than me. So I asked her, how do you even pee when you're bleeding? I asked her, do you pee in the same pad or you do what? So I thought I had that mind. It's like a pamper. You see these pampers for babies? They pee inside. They do everything inside. So I didn't know. So she told me, you can go to the toilet, you pee, then you put again your pad after cleaning yourself with water. What? She's the one who taught me.
Now you see, my experience is very different, because there are many girls that goes into their period early, at at 11, at 12. But now there are some others that go later. And then the stigma about it, when you go in late, you get to be worried. Am I normal? Am I?
Yeah,
So,
that's because of the society. Because the society says the bleeding has to start from 13. That 13 you have grown
can you
up
imagine?
when you start having breasts. Yet even others get the bleeding before having even the breasts.
yeah.
Not even only at 13, even at the age of 11, when you get your
Even
period,
10.
Yeah.
you find yourself not talking about to your family, leave alone the society. Even you can't talk about it to the family, because
family.
once you become of age, there is that society, the culture, the tradition that is still there. Once you become of age, they know your period is something that shows that you're of age. So they get you off marriage.
Yeah.
Some other girls have that stigma of saying, no, I cannot share it with my mom.
True.
or
Because
my
I don't want to
auntie.
get married.
If I do, this is what will happen.
Yeah.
So let's kind of
And then
find a
again,
way
That's
to-
true.
there are those ones, because me, I shared with one of my friends. She told me she got it early, but she was afraid of telling someone, because now there are people around, when you get it early at 10, 11, they will start telling you maybe you have get into men, you've started men thing.
Well,
there are those who believe like that.
most people are scared when they get the bleeding, because most of our African parents, when you go to tell your mom, Mom, I've seen my periods, you know the first thing they tell you? You can get now pregnant. Stay away from boys. Instead of teaching you how to handle the period, instead of telling you this pain might come, but you
They're
have to do
scaring
this
you
and that,
around.
but they're scaring you. So it brings that stigma in people and be like, so I should stay from. I'm telling you, in primary, I couldn't even sit with a boy on the same desk. I'm telling you,
Whenever you're in period, you know that even by
not
sitting
even
near
in
him,
periods, not even in periods. Even when I'm not in periods, I can't sit with the boy, because I know that thing they told me, stay away from boys.
It's
you're
like-
now a big woman.
like when they tell you-
anytime, bam,
Anytime
you
you
are
get
pregnant.
pregnant.
So that's it.
Boy, you're pregnant. You'll be pregnant. So you don't know. Because they have it. That's the problem. They don't teach you the experience. You got your period, okay? I've got my period. What's next? You don't know. The only thing you hear, you'll get pregnant. But how will I get pregnant? That is the question.
You don't know.
Sometimes
You
we
don't know.
don't blame
But
them, because
if-
these topics are very hard for parents to address them. And maybe the only way, the easiest way they find to tell us is to scare us around. Don't do this. When you touch fire, you'll be burned. Don't do that. They can't really sit you down and start explaining. They're ashamed. They're like, how am I going to talk to my kid that when you do this and this and this? But today we are lucky. We can find these topics everywhere. You can learn from podcasts like this. You can learn from media.
Even back then, let's say the old tradition. I've lived in Uganda for long, and I've seen when girls become of age, parents, they usually take their children to Senga. I don't know what Senga does.
To Senga to
The
teach
Senga
them.
always teaches the whole details.
Now those are lucky they have taken you to Senga. Now those ones who now
So
they
you
don't
never
take
know
to
what
When
goes
my
on
singer came at home, she only asked my mother, has she seen her periods? The mother said yes. The only thing my singer said, you have grown. Only. Not even teaching me you have to do this, you have to be clean, you have to nothing.
Imagine.
The other singers, you take your children there, you think that they have learned something, yet they haven't. The best friend to the child should be the mother, especially the girl child should be the mother, because the mother has passed through the same things that the child has passed through.
So I feel like also the parents need to inform themselves how to position themselves to talk to girls, because when you're looking at backward areas, a kid will get her period and then they keep quiet about it. A mother doesn't know how to. They will just scare you like they used to scare us back then. And they're still there. That scenario is
It's
keeps
still
on
there.
going on. So I feel like even parents need to learn about these things. They need to face it.
Some of them don't have the knowledge actually. It's
Yeah.
not their problem, some of them.
No,
So there is a need of maybe
Sensitization.
sensitization about it and sit parents down. Talk to them how to sit their kids down and talk about this.
yeah. Thank you so much, ladies. We've had a lot from these ladies, and we're still going to hear a lot. So, we're going to go into a very brief story about a 16-year-old girl, Aisha, who faced a lot of challenges in during her menstruation. And this girl, once in her life stopped because of menstruation. So, let's get into it. Allow me to read it for you. Is that okay, ladies?
Yeah,
it's
it's
okay.
okay.
In Kampala, a 16-year-old girl Aisha's menstrual cycle, once a normal part of her life, became a source of trauma, pain, and heavy bleeding, impacting her school attendance and daily activities, forcing her to seek medical help and find ways to manage her condition.
Now you see, that's what we are talking about.
Yeah.
The trauma about it, the bleeding, the pain, the cramps.
Yeah, actually, when I used to get my periods, every time I could get my periods when I'm at school, I have to go back home straight. If I just see it, I go back home because I know the much pain I will go through. And you find that some schools, there are no medication for that. They'll give you only Panadol.
Panadol, come on, what?
They used to give me Panadol.
Not even a painkiller, yo.
Like,
You know?
That's what they
it's a
gave me.
painkiller.
It's a painkiller,
It's a painkiller, but I don't
most
think that
time it
it
doesn't
works
work with
for
that.
that.
So they used just to give me that. But for me, since it was too much, I just went home.
No,
And home, I won't find anyone actually. All of them have gone. I'll be there alone suffering with the pain. That is a serious pain.
and you don't know how to actually conduct yourself
don't
through
know.
that pain. You don't know what to use.
When
you
I
don't know.
told my mother told me it's normal because I also passed through the same. You see, the sensitization is important to the mothers also. They don't know how to handle it.
Period has its own pain. It has cramps.
Yeah.
And there is some others you can use for medication, and others are just normal. It's a normal pain that comes and goes, and it has its own craving as well.
Yeah, but
I
for
don't know if
me,
Summer's
as for me,
But
for
I
my
don't believe like
experience-
scientifically that it is proven that there is some craving
It
for
does.
all.
Yeah,
there
it
is some
does.
food
Actually,
or
it does.
drinks that you can
It does
take.
actually. You see, if I'm going
I don't
going
believe
into periods, I don't like things that are sugary.
So for me,
You don't like, but it's not like
And
it's
for me,
like
if
that.
I'm to-
Scientifically, it is proven
It's
that
just-
if you take something sugary, you will bleed
It's-
more.
It's not like
Actually,
yeah,
for me,
actually,
your
if I go into my
cravings.
period, I want something sugary.
You
I'll
want something
definitely find
Daniel,
it.
you see how
you see,
I'll
it's
even take
different.
soda,
Everyone
like
has
2
their
bottles
own
of soda.
experience.
Take lemon the whole time.
You see,
guys.
something
so
bitter.
me, what I want us to know, those are personal cravings during it.
Yeah.
But scientifically, it's not proven anywhere that you should take this for you to be better, or you should not take this.
Remember,
There are some people, who say you cannot exercise when you are in your period. Come on, it's even advisable to exercise.
yeah, it's
advisable,
It
but-
reduce the pain. There are
That's
people
the
who say they cannot swim. Okay, me personally, I don't know how you will go and swim when you're in your period, but when you read about it, when you Google about it, you can actually swim.
You can swim, but if it's your personal swimming pool, you can go and swim when others are inside.
Even public.
remember in the normal one. It depends on the materials
You're
let me
using.
say sustainable things you use for your period. Like what actually products are you using?
Even
Those are the most important.
so
I
imagine
think here,
someone
like,
is in
you
periods,
realize the
then you're in a
difference.
swimming pool with the person in periods. I think that's not.
No, I feel like
Hygienically?
there are some materials that you can put where your blood will not be out. You can
Oh, really?
actually swim without making other people uncomfortable around you. So the thing here is like there is nothing that can stop you from doing anything when you are in your period. You can actually be as normal as you are every day.
I
You
think
can.
that's the
Yeah.
whole idea.
Yeah.
Whereby your life doesn't have to stop
Yeah,
just because you're going
exactly.
through menstruation.
But now what are we addressing? There are kids that stop from
True.
going to school because they are bleeding. Why? Maybe because they are they are limited to get sanitary pads. Nowadays we have even reusable pads. I think it's even better for backward people or in the villages. They can't access sanitary pads.
Yeah.
So what do we do for them? I normally hear that in Karamoja, I don't know how true is it, but I hear that in Karamoja, Karamoja, it's a it's somehow
It's backward.
developed.
Mhm.
So like
Still
I
holds the
yeah.
tradition.
So I hear that when a girl goes into her period, she has to sit in the sun, guys, until she finish it. They don't have even reusable pads.
So they make her sit there for it to dry.
Yes, you will have to sit in the sand until maybe you finish bleeding. So, which means if you take 7 days, for the 7 days you'll be sitting in the sun. Come on,
Oh no.
For the isolated
hits.
girls when you're in your period.
Yeah, isolation is part of it.
And that is traumatizing.
Yeah.
It is.
Mentally,
Very traumatizing.
mentally, physically, everything.
Yeah.
So I feel like girls go through a lot. Those who are not actually lucky to get sanitary pads, they have limitation to that. So I feel like challenges are very many.
It's not-
And they don't talk about now the myth, the taboo about it, what you shouldn't do, what you should do, what
Yeah.
there are so many farms to list them.
Mhm.
You'll be shocked, girls, but there are a lot of challenges that young girls goes through. And remember, for a girl, for any young person to talk to you, she needs to trust you.
Yeah.
But our parents don't make that space, that safe space to come and actually share those things. They're very rare, and when they're there, they're in town. They're in big towns.
Those that are developed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cars and developed. Oh God. So let's dig in deeper into our story. So Aisha, like many other girls her age, had started menstruating a few years ago, and initially her periods were relatively normal, though she did experience some cramping and discomfort. However, over the past few months, her period had become significantly more challenging. The pain was excruciating, often leaving her curled up in bed, unable to move. The bleeding was also heavier than before, and she was constantly worried about leaks and needing to change her pads frequently. Aisha's menstrual difficulties had a profound impact on her daily life. She started missing school, not only because of the pain, but also because she felt embarrassed. And her self conscious, she struggled to concentrate in class and found it difficult to participate in school activities. You guys.
So those are the challenges, and you can see limitation to a lot of things. Education. She doesn't know how to handle the pain. Nobody have talked to her, and maybe she would want to talk to someone, but she's scared to share it. But she's going through a lot. Remember, there are people who have disorder about periods, and it's true. Whenever you go to your period, maybe you need assistance. You need assistance.
girl
Maybe
that
they
I
need
know,
you need some
when
medication.
she goes through her period normally, but she may go back through it again in the same month that she just experienced her period. So
I feel like it's not normal.
Twice a
it's not
month.
normal.
Yeah.
She's sick, but it's not normal at herself. But so it's kind of sometimes it's very problematic to her. It's kind of depressing. You can see it.
So
But
I feel like those ones
reason-
they need health care. They need to be taken care of. You need to see the doctor because already you're not well. It has disturbed your well-being.
she sees a doctor. She goes to the doctor. They give her medication because she's a sick person as well. But these things keeps happening. She's not a girl, actually. She's a mom. She's
Oh,
Okay, so sometimes
Yeah,
it
okay.
might be
Yeah.
that she does a lot of work. When you do a lot of work, it's also
I can't say she does a lot of work, but it's part of her.
life.
It's been happening for years, I think.
then it's not
keeps-
normal. Whatever.
It's not normal
because when you
she
look
goes
at
to the
period,
doctor, they give her subscriptions of medicine. She
then
takes,
she's sick. But for a young girl, a normal days of period, they are normally saying 2 days to 7 days. Then the average is
at the
3
same
to 5.
yeah.
So anything apart from that, you need to seek help.
Yeah, for a second, she thought maybe the medication she uses for her sickness, it may be the one causing the problem. Which she's actually still finding herself because it's been actually confusing and challenging if you can see it.
I feel like we can just pray for her and she gets proper medication because that's out of the world. She wants to be like the woman who bleeded for 12 years back in Jesus' period.
Hey.
But that's really bad. It traumatizes someone.
Yeah.
It
Give you
is.
discomfort. You don't even like even to be a woman no more.
Mm-hmm.
You get? So maybe it might be because she's a mother.
In a
It might
year,
be the
she can go
complication
through
with the
it.
giving birth.
She'll be
things like
normal.
that.
Then in the middle of the year, you'll find again the menstrual cycle of her period starts to change, and then it becomes confusing. She may have it on track, and then it begins again confusing. So
Should
she's
see a
kind of like, is it
professional.
the medication I'm using? Is it something else? So
But then I think while we're at it, if we try to look properly within our societies, the society plays a very big role in these things, especially the guys. Talk about the guys. You people,
about
the guys or the boys. These people make it feel so weird for us.
Yeah.
Like they make it feel so weird. Me personally, at home, I stay with my cousin. But then this guy, if I'm in my periods, he doesn't even want to look at me. Like, girl, what you're going through, I don't even need to.
Sorry.
I'm having a terrible disease. Our brothers or boyfriends or dads.
I can say it's what they think. It's what they've been taught.
Yeah.
Because a
Actually.
boy cannot wake up one day and say,
Absolutely.
I'm disgusted of my sister for that. No, it's something that he's been taught by the society or the father figure who's been teaching. So you never know.
So they just
he
need
cannot
to
be
be aware.
disgusted of it. Actually, even yourself, sometimes you feel disgusted of your own.
You
But
know.
it's just a feeling that comes through you. But for them, the way they have been taught of what is period
Yeah.
to women, it feels disgusted.
Yeah.
So they just get the face, and then you'll be like, what's wrong with
So you feel like you see now that you can change it. It's just a matter of seeking knowledge about it. Actually, men are supposed to support girls when they're in this. Either your husband, your brother, anyone, any man in your life, they need to know more about this and know. The more you know, you acquire knowledge. That's how you know how to help someone.
Yeah.
They support you physically. They can help you because because when you're in your pain, you're cramps. Sometimes you feel your back is paining. You can't do hard works. So they'll be there. No, my sick, she's in her period. This time on, I will help her with this one. So that's the way of being supportive. I feel like they just need knowledge. They just need to learn more about it and how to support women in their lives. I don't feel like they're so discussed.
They are not
It is just lack of knowledge.
Yeah.
They are not discussed because men are not bad people. They will support you.
Yeah, not all of them are bad people.
We just need to involve them and engage them in this.
Yeah.
Bring it in a way that they will understand how to support you. And even if it's your parents talking to your kid, don't do it alone as a mother. Do it with the father also.
Yeah.
For them to understand how to support it, actually. Address it with him.
Because the more your cousin will be disgusted with you, it comes from a father figure, a person who's elder in the family, told them, if this happens to a girl, it's disgusting. Don't be near them. So a boy wants to know, why am I not supposed to be near them? Because they're disgusting.
Yeah.
So he will not know what is that disgusting until he finds more knowledge about it.
True.
Yeah, because I remember when I first experienced those cramps, it was really bad. But when I told my mom, my brothers were asking me, "What's wrong? What's wrong?" But
And you even
as
ashamed
me,
to tell
I
them.
was
You
ashamed
alone,
to
you're
tell
ashamed to tell them. How can I say that I'm bleeding?
So for them, I just told them the stomach is just paining me. I'm getting some stomach ache. Okay, so the stomach ache, they went and got me the medication for stomach ache. Yet it was not stomach ache, it was cramps. So after all, I got used to my brothers, like that. So my mother used to tell me not to tell them what's happening.
Yeah.
But it reached the time, it was a lot. So at school, because I used to study with my elder brother, I used to study with my elder brother in the same school. So at school, they asked my brother, "What's wrong with your sister? Most times she goes back home. Every month she has to go back home. Why?" So they called me, they asked.
has
My
to
brother
answer.
said, "I don't know. She just tells me she's not feeling okay. She goes home." When my brother went home, asked my mother, they asked me at school why Natalie always goes back at home every month. Why does she go back? So my mother was like, sometimes just she be feeling bad like that. So my father was listening to the conversation. My father asked my mother that actually I've seen that commonly happening in the house. Most times Natalie comes back home. Why? So my mother took the father side, told my father what happens like that. So my father was like, why don't you tell the brothers also? So one day they will help her. You see, like the other time she just told them that she has stomach ache. They just got the medicine for stomach ache instead of giving her the medicine for cramps. So that's when they told my brothers that when you see her like this is what is happening. So you have to help her. Since that day, my brothers, when they see me like that, they just see me in the bed, not feeling well. They just get me medicine, they bring food, everything they do it.
Yeah, such a
Because they have been
gentleman.
sensitized, they have
Yeah.
been told what happens. They should not be seeing me like that and leave me like that because I need help.
So they've been
Yeah.
knowing CC is
Even
bleeding.
During that time, people, the girls, you sometimes you become angry every time. You don't want to
You're
say-
moody and you
you're
can't stop
moody.
it.
So when they know Natalie's going through this, they will know how to handle
They understand
me.
it. They will not also reply to your abuse.
Yeah, that's
even
it.
as you
Abusive
mentioned,
one.
even schools, when they see that you're missing schools, they should know.
Yeah.
It should be part of education because they should be educating girls at school.
I feel
Yeah,
like
so
now
I
most
think
schools they do
They
that.
do that, but they don't do it. It should be more like a grouping where people come together, they talk about it at school.
At my secondary school, it never happened.
It doesn't.
It depends on the
They
school you
do
went
educate.
to. Because I went to Catholic schools and they have these topics. Because you remember it's sisters teaching you. There is a subject called I forget
It's like
about
an
education.
activity. It
Yeah.
happens.
Yeah.
So-
So social life. They teach you, they tell you what is going to happen to you. So and if you're not careful, you need to keep your hygiene up. You need to do this and this and this. They teach you about it. But
in
not
my
everyone is
primary-
lucky actually to go to such a
That's
school.
what I'm saying. There should be more activities of this in school. So where girls do the activity, they talk about it, they know how to sustain
So
themselves.
in that
afterwards.
case, I would think that schools need counselors.
Yeah.
Every school, whether private or government, they need counselors. So the
Awareness.
girls, they can be comfortable to go and talk to the counselor, and even the counselor to organize those
a
sessions for the girls. And even there are some things that boys go through that the girls don't know.
Because those you find schools here in Kampala, they do actually have counselors on those things.
Yeah.
But let's think about out of Kampala. Those far village
Yeah,
schools.
you find they don't have a counselor.
that. And every month a girl has to go back home.
They even don't have pads. They don't have even reusable pads. That's the most thing. I think the limitation to those things and even lack of knowledge is at a high rate in those.
So
in
I
those
think even
areas.
it might be maybe financially, mostly like these schools that are private schools, they might be financially down. So I would suggest for the schools to get their reusable pads. If you distribute the reusable pads to the kids, they won't be coming every time to ask for the pads. Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah. And financially you'll be okay.
And that is why actually most of the organizations should actually work on, because you can't afford to give anyone a sanitary pad.
Right. Yeah.
And there are those rural areas that they need actually reusable pad because they don't need, every time they will not get money to buy
Yeah.
pads.
Yeah.
So if you can help them and distribute, give to any girl, go to schools there, go to places around.
There are some even
Give
don't
them
go
those
to school.
reusable
You go
pads.
to some slum areas. You go to everywhere.
when you speak
Not
of
even only those in slums or those
Remember,
others.
at homes, it's not only in the villages but even in town. Some girls are too afraid to ask their parents of
For the
something
pads.
for sanitary pads.
Yeah.
But if they did have a reusable pad, they can just use it, keep it, and
yeah.
then
Even in
There are some
town, there are people who don't have money to.
Yeah, there are some parents
buy
you go
pads.
to. There are some parents you go to. You tell them, "Mom, I need a sanitary pad." So the parent tells you, "You're a grown-ass woman. Why are you asking me for a pad? Go and get it
That's
for yourself.
wrong.
You
That
get
is wrong.
But if you, as an organization, you help that girl to give her the reusable pad, she will not be going back to the mother every time. And she'll be using that to help her.
But even moms
But
should
now
know
another
it's not
thing
always
is-
good to stigma talk to a child.
Yeah. But most times, sometimes it's not even the fault of the parents. Parents go through a lot. Parents go through a lot. She might have gone that side. She was expecting to get some food or what. She comes back home with nothing.
Yeah, but
For 1 week.
But that doesn't make a parent to stigma talk a child.
They are also
Because
mentally ill
whenever
at
you
that
stigma
time.
talk a child,
That's why.
develops a mental issue.
Yeah.
That's
She
why
takes it to heart.
counselors are needed
That's why
in the
I
community,
talked
in
about
schools,
mental
everywhere.
health. Like it's now, I think that it is normal now to recognize the impact of emotionally in menstruation, how people go through, and just
Yeah.
put the safe place where people can come and talk about it and address it, because even parents go through a lot. And then imagine a kid who goes to her parents and asks for a sanitary pad, and then you just
Keep quiet.
So I
keep
think
quiet
even
or you respond to her badly. So another thing you should consider, organization will not reach everywhere.
yeah,
Yes.
true.
They will not reach everywhere. I feel like knowledge is power, knowledge is money. If you tell people how to do those reusable pads,
Or teach them
how to
to
make.
them, how to make them, that is even better than giving them the free ones.
Yeah.
Because you've given them knowledge. That free one will even get old, and then they throw it. Then where are they going to get another one?
Yeah.
You mean everyday organization will be bringing everyday impact?
No.
Even funds get done.
Yeah.
That's
So
why
I
you
think
find
knowledge is power. If we get enough people to teach many people, as many actually, to these kids, go to schools,
Yeah.
teach them how to make them even by hand. I think a reusable pad, you can even do it with hand, with a needle.
Yeah,
Just
if you just have
show
the
them
knowledge.
the material and everything and how to do it.
That's why we
Those
have
children are
organizations
talented.
that are free,
Yeah.
but it's very hard for people to know what kind of organization to approach. Because all organizations do soft skills, they do teach everything, but which organization is best for them?
That's one I
tricky.
would blame on the society
Yeah.
leaders.
Those are
Community
But
leaders.
also,
those
it's not
community
people to
leaders.
approach organization.
Yeah.
Normally, it's organizations that approach people.
Yeah.
You have to find out what is the problem in the community, and if it's the problem, you have to get to find out a solution. And if I'm an organization and I am dealing with women like real, they're dealing to empower women. They're
Just,
dealing with issues with women. So that is their task. They need to find a target group, target areas where they will go, not to give pads only, but also to teach. You can give them, yes, thank you, but you can also teach them, because next time when you're not there, they will make their own pads.
Just as you said, the organization doesn't reach everywhere. So it should be the work of the society leaders to reach out to the organization in some areas, to request the organization to bring the products to their community.
And the knowledge too. Don't forget, it's the knowledge is power. So
Yeah.
I feel like when you
'Cause
bring in the
community
pads,
leaders
teach
are
them how you
first
made them.
Yeah.
Teach them how you made them. That is key. When you're going to give out, also teach them, because I'm
Don't
very sure
give
you're
me
not
the
going to be
fish, teach
forever.
me how to fish.
Yes.
That's a nice one.
So they need really to know about this. Even parents, they can help out and make as many as possible,
Yeah.
and even give to the neighborhood. That will be better than everyday giving. As I said, funds get done. Sponsors can die.
Yeah, true.
Of all things done, they can also
Then,
get tired.
yeah. But they can be financially down. Yeah. But if you have the knowledge, it's better
to teach.
I feel like people should be encouraged to do this talk a lot.
Yeah.
I feel like those organizations that have the ability to reach the communities, they should do that more often to break the silence. There are a lot of stigma around it, surrounding menstruation. Challenges, you can't even
Depression,
name them enough. They are very many.
anxiety,
You can't do this, you can't do this. Myth about it, you can't do this, you are unclean, a lot of things.
Yeah.
And we are not even talking deep. Like someone who is to tell you what they experience, you'll cry. You say, what? You even thank God I was born in town. Because girls are going through a lot.
Yeah.
When you get to visit them, you take that passion in your heart. And remember, you can't have the money of the whole world to save the whole world. No. So we can only pray for those that God has empowered them to do it more
empower
often.
More often and help more communities.
Yeah, parents need to learn about these things, how to address it to kids. They need to talk to their children.
Because when you speak of
A
parents
child
to
girl
know,
is suffering
even parents
because
need
of
to learn
this.
first.
Yeah.
Because
The
It should
parents need
start
to
with
learn
the
first.
parents.
you know,
Schools
you
need
have
to
a
learn about it. Even the organization themselves. Sometimes you will just hire people for the sake of money. They don't know even about it. They just go and distribute, and they don't talk about anything. You need to talk about, because they are facing a lot of challenges, and it's killing them inside. That's when even mental health is included in it. You think, you'll tell someone, I'm depressed about my period. They'll be like,
Depressed.
What is
that?
You cannot be
that is the
depressed about
question. What is depressed?
What is depressed?
what's depression? Why? How can you even be depressed about it? It's a
Think
normal
of
thing.
it,
It's a
we
natural.
just came to know what depression is in this time of time, but no one knew what depression is.
Yeah.
They had depression, but they didn't know
They
what
didn't know that
is
it was
They didn't know what it
depression.
is.
Yeah.
So your parents can see you depressed, but still send you to go and wash the
Yeah.
plates.
Of course, what
they
is
don't-
depression in Africa? There is no room
There's
for
no
depression.
There is no depression.
So that's why even young girls, they don't concentrate, they don't move forward in their life.
That's what
because
we
they are
read about
depressed mentally.
Aisha. Aisha missed schools.
Yeah.
She started missing going to work. She went and closed herself in the bedroom. She was bleeding.
Yeah.
She doesn't know anything about the hygiene. We didn't.
She's
so much about
frustrated
hygiene.
even.
True.
Do you know hygiene? These girls, they don't know anything. They don't know that they should change as often as they should. They should.
Yeah.
They don't know that they have to actually wash themselves to avoid other potential infections around it.
True.
And it's very easy for a girl to catch up the infection if they are in their period. If you don't keep on hygiene, like the good hygiene, the proper hygiene.
Yeah, a
you
girl's
fall
body is very
sick
sensitive.
seriously.
Very.
Yeah, you fall sick seriously.
Yeah.
But the people don't talk about it. When you don't even talk about a kid how to put on a pad,
How will
she
I know how to
She has to wash the vagina.
That's where we are here.
Yeah.
And mothers out there, they should know that. Talk to your children. Leaders, talk to the communities.
Yeah.
Because a leader who talks to the community is teaching a mother what to do at home.
Yes.
So there is actually work. There is a big work to do, because I feel like people are not educated, so like proper
Educated enough.
education.
Because remember, a girl child who's
And resources. Actually,
Resources,
You know, in Africa, there are a lot of people who don't have money. A lot. And remember, back areas, it's actually too big. It's too big.
Yeah.
When you go to the camps of Uganda, the refugee camps, you will know what they call poor people.
Yeah.
Poor people.
And I
They are like in a house, they can be like 7. They only eat a quarter of posho and a quarter of beans. They just fill it with water.
Now, where do you expect such a parent to get a sanitary pad for a kid?
People don't even.
That's where we need more
They don't-
organizations,
you might find, like,
more
3
people.
houses or even 5 houses using one toilet.
That's where
That's it.
When
That's where we
is a
want
girl going to
hygiene.
have a privacy, personal hygiene.
And remember, we need to keep it private in a good environment. So now, how will you do that? You catch infections, you get sick. They don't know if they should. There are lots of
the
self-care.
toilets
They
of
don't
the
know
camp
about
are
it.
not
Like
at-
prioritizing rest,
Yeah.
prioritizing drinking a lot. You need to drink a lot, because remember, you're bleeding. You're removing water. Like it's like what I can say. You need
Water
to be
comes out of
hydrated.
blood.
You need to be hydrated.
Yeah.
But they don't know about it. Even parents themselves, I'm not blaming them, but it's just something that we need to emphasize on. We need to bring awareness about it. Like girls, they need rest. Why would you make a young girl in her period in a lot of pain, in a lot of cramps? You make her go and fetch water like miles and miles. Remember, she's dealing with the pain, natural pain that she's having, but no one cares about that.
But so those are the society leaders to work on that. Because if
Even
the girl
parents.
is provided with the tap just in front of the house, she will not go miles.
We are not going go there, my girl. That's a long discussion.
So that is for the community leaders.
Community leaders.
Yeah.
Those things like
To support the girls.
Yeah, you cannot understand. But I feel like if we are three in the family and there is boys and me, my parents, even the boys, they're aware that I'm in my monthly cycle.
They should help
Yeah.
They
out.
should help out. Let another person.
Well,
to
there's
do
a
it.
house that I know of my friend. They are only girls. They were born 8 girls,
But they
living
don't-
with only the mother, no
I
father.
know.
So there's no boy to help you.
I know,
It's
but
just the
no, it
girls.
doesn't mean
Remember,
only a
you
boy.
get
There is
Not
no boy
all
to
of-
help, but a girl still can help a girl.
Yeah, a girl can still
all of
help a
them,
girl.
they
That's
don't
why
go
I
in
was
period at the
coming.
same
Yeah.
time.
Mhm.
All of them, they
Yeah.
don't go in their monthly
same
cycle
time,
at the
yeah.
same time. So I feel like when you just need, we need to support each other.
Yeah.
Because we need to prioritize rest and self-care
Mhm.
and hygiene about it, because there are lots engaging in it. So if you feel like your sister is really actually going a tough time, because that is a tough time when you're moody, everything
Yeah.
around, just let her to rest. Go and do things that with love. Go and do things that
Yeah.
she's supposed to do. She will also help you when you are in your own period.
Your own
And
period.
it's
Yeah.
actually funny, but also very heartbreaking how when you try to talk about menstruals, or you try to tell someone, you know what, I'm going through this, or like I'm feeling so much pain, they're like, come on, that's a normal thing. You don't even have to talk about it. Like,
Imagine.
what is that?
I remember when I was in school, I was in senior 3. Like, when you're in your period, maybe the first day you're so weak, and the second day, then when you're trying to sleep, and we have this course, it's called actualité in French. So the the guy will tell you that our teacher, when you're like 39, even if it's just a headache, even doesn't know that you're in your period, but he will tell you, no, it's just 3 days, you'll be fine. So wake up. And I'm like, dude, that is already shaming me. How class? How can
But you shouldn't be ashamed. You shouldn't be ashamed. The teacher is good. Actually,
Yeah.
just making it normal to all other students.
No, there is a way to make it normal by telling, but there is a way you can speak something in a mocking way. That is mocking me. I'm in my period. You are mocking me before the whole class. It's just 3 days. You are not even empathizing with me. The pain that I'm going through, you're just telling me to act normal when it's not normal. I am in a lot of pain. I'm trying to actually rest. You're telling me it's just 3 days. Come on, it will be fine. You'll be fine. A teacher in the whole class, and then what do you think it happens left?
Actually-
the whole class will laugh at you. They will laugh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, the teacher
And
should
it will be
have sent
traumatizing
you
for
to
you
the
as
one
well.
in charge of the women.
Thank you. Or in the restroom, because there are a lot of schools that have the restroom. When you notice that a
It's
kid
not
is
hygienic.
not fine, just don't mock her about her period. It's not a mocking
Issue. Yeah.
or whatever. It's not even a subject that it should be discussed in the whole class. How can I become you just tell me?
The topic of the class.
It's just
Become
3
the topic
days.
of the day.
Everyone laughs at you, and even if it's true, because it doesn't know. Even if it's true, then it hits you mentally.
Yeah.
But
However-
they should know before they speak. They should know what they're speaking
Exactly.
about.
Yeah, don't just
Because
talk.
you may speak a word and you think it's a joking way, but this person is going to take it to heart.
And remember,
Yeah.
you're moody. When you're moody, everything is serious.
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't take jokes.
That's
Everything is serious. You are so moody. Everything they speak to you, it's just you just hear it wrongly. So I feel like we should be careful. Even teachers should be careful how they treat
Yeah.
the students around, actually. So the story of the Aisha just reminds us like awareness is needed in the community, knowledge and everything. So parents need to learn more. Teachers need to learn about this. Even brothers, men in our lives need to
Yeah.
know about it, because Aisha closed herself. She missed school until maybe I even don't know what's next, because she hasn't finished our story.
Please finish the story.
I mean, Aisha went and seek help from her mother and the doctor encouraged her to talk about her experience with other girls and seek support from organizations, like we all said, that provides menstrual health education and resources. She also learned about the importance of menstrual hygiene and how to manage her periods effectively. Aisha is now determined to continue her education and live a fulfilling life despite her menstrual difficulties. She is grateful for the support she has received and is committed to advocating for better menstrual health education and resources for girls in her community.
So you see,
There,
Aisha
it
got
shows
the
how
help.
empowering Aisha is.
Yeah. So after getting the help,
The help.
she can also teach other girls out
Exactly.
there and help
that's how it
thousands
goes
of
on.
thousands of girls out there.
Yeah.
So the organizations should continue helping girls. This is bringing a new generation to an empowerment.
Yeah.
Okay. So the generation that we are in is a generation of girls that have that thing of research. They want to make a lot of improvements relating to the experiences of their parents, of what they went through. So our parents, I think they also tried to improve on what their parents did.
Yeah.
So if we continue with the improvement, it will reach a generation where menstruation is free, you can do anything. So you can go anywhere you want, you can do anything you want since you're comfortable with your own body. Once you're comfortable in your own body and mentally you're okay, you can do anything.
Yeah.
That's true.
I'm
Anything.
so grateful Aisha actually broke the silence and went
Yeah.
and talked to the mom, and the mother was supportive.
Mhm.
Even the doctor was supportive.
Yeah.
They talked to her actually, and she went and meet organization that helped her, brought education, awareness, and then that's what we need to do. We need to provide an accurate information
Yeah, to the
on how their
society out
bodies
there.
react to the actually monthly cycles, menstruation. And when the girl knows that, she knows that when I'm in my period, this is how I react and this is how I should go forward about it.
True.
Yeah.
So there's this other part where girls, they don't like using their reusable pad that it is said it's dirty.
Mm-hmm.
Do you agree with that?
I don't really, because reusable pad, what do you mean? We are all coming from Africa. These pads, they just come. All of us, I'm sure our mothers, maybe some of us here, we are lucky we were born, I found the pad there. But our mothers, our grandmothers, great grandmothers, they didn't have it. So how do you say it's dirty? You just need to be clean. What is the hygiene if you say it's dirty? You need
It's
to
the hygiene
wash
starts
it.
from
Wash
you.
Yeah.
thoroughly. You need to wash it very well. You need just to be clean. The hygiene actually need to be emphasized in a girl's life, because if you're not
Remember,
clean,
hygiene
you are
is
going
being
to
taught
smell bad.
It's taught in the family since day one.
Yes.
As a girl, you're taught you have to do this. If you're a girl, you have to do. So you, as a girl who's of age, you should know if I'm using a sustainable pad, I have to do this every day to keep myself clean.
Yeah.
And for me, I don't agree with the dirty thing, because there are sometimes you can put on a pad and a lot of heat, the sanitary pad, a lot of heat, it burns.
There is even fake material, and even if, I'm sorry to say fake material, but even if it's not a fake material, we have different bodies.
Yeah, different bodies.
We have different systems. Mine can actually cooperate very well, let me say, with always, but yours actually cooperates very well with the soft care, maybe with the yumi, smanyi shuya. But sometimes they get uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Now, agree with me that sometimes reusable pads, they are helpful because it's smoother, it's
And it's clean,
cotton,
because you're the
and
one
you have
who knows
washed.
how it's
Exactly.
washed.
The pads, you actually don't know the material. I'm not discouraging.
You don't know if it's clean or not.
Discouraging, not putting on pads, but let us agree that reusable pads are not bad. Actually, they're
helpful.
They're helpful
They're
if
the
you
best.
just keep them nice hygiene.
Thinking
Remember, when you're using pads, because remember these certain products, they are being used with different medication they put in it.
Yeah, that's what I said. The chemicals,
The chemicals,
you don't
It's
know.
kind of allergic to other people's. So those ones who are allergic to it, they use sustainable
That
pads.
is why you get burnt, because maybe your body does not align
Does
with
not
the
work
chemical
with
they
it,
have
with the
put
chemical that's
inside.
in
So it reacts.
So I feel like there are people who tell you I prefer reusable pads and they're okay with washing it because
I
they're
agree.
very
One is
they
here.
trust their hands.
Here, please.
They're
My
very
hands, fingers crossed. I'd love have reusable pads and I use them because at my organization, Real Phonics, we make reusable pads. We do that for the ladies and we're proud of that.
Yeah, you should.
Yeah.
Use it. You're given hands to wash. You're a lady. You know that you're supposed to be clean.
clean.
Why
And you
not-
trust
why not-
yourself with your
Why
hands.
not wash it instead of using something that already has been taken to the machine? You don't know what's inside.
You don't know if the machine was
Exactly.
clean.
But something you know that this one I'm 100% sure with it.
Yeah.
Wash it.
So reusable pads are not that bad. Actually, they are good. You
Yeah.
need just, and it helps you to trust your hygiene.
Yeah,
You
it-
know that you are
you
dirty
improve.
or not, because you remember you have to clean it. You put on the sun, the infections get to go away and everything.
you even iron after.
That is when you have the iron.
If you have the iron, but if you don't have, the sun is there for you.
Yeah, we got the natural sun that will
Yeah.
do the iron process.
I think
So it's better.
basically-
They are very good. You shouldn't be
loved-
afraid
I
using
love
them.
the Aisha's story because her story is teaching us to be like this thing. It is a normal thing.
It is.
Yeah, not
a
only
bad thing.
that,
It's
Aisha's
something to
story.
be proud
Proud
about.
of.
Even
as a
Aisha's
girl.
story shows that you have to be open to your parents, to your community, because what you're going through, you cannot go through it alone unless you share it out.
Thank you so much, ladies. It was a great experience talking about this with you guys. Thank you for sharing. This was a beautiful thing, and I'm sure a lot of our girls, a lot of parents, brothers, our fathers, they're going to learn about this. And our viewers, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment what do you think the next topic should be about. And not forgetting, thank you so much, Real Phonics Initiative, for organizing this beautiful podcast. Same time, same place. See you again.